Well, welcome. May I introduce you to the Tamiya MO5 Alfa Romeo Mito. What's so special about this car? Well, it's front wheel drive for a start, which is a first for me. As you may have seen from the outside video of this thing handles pretty much unlike any other RC I've ever driven. Rear wheel drive or four wheel drive is all I've had experience of. This thing, front wheel drive only. What makes this car very different is the fact it's front wheel drive. The weight distribution on the thing is just like a real front wheel drive car. That means under braking, the rear end gets light. You can even get lift off oversteer if you turn heavily at high speed, as I've shown in the outside running video, and there's a link to the outside running video just below this. So without more ado, I'm going to get the camera off the tripod and have a closer look at the body, and then get the body off and let's have a look under the skin, see what sets this car apart from the crowd. So I borrowed this car from my friend Allan. Look at the way we've got our unique Alfa emblem at the front there. The spark body, fairly nice, does show fingerprints fairly heavily though, that's the downside. Many of the ones available from the Tamiya kits are in the bright yellow or the bright red, and then Allan's sort of day-to-day body on this is indeed the bright yellow one. Now, I grew up on Tamiya kits, as did many of us. There were nowhere near as many manufacturers on the market at all when I grew up. Indeed, Tamiya was the main one. The body shells didn't used to be like this. They used to be made out of very hard plastic. You bang it, you roll it over, you get a crack or shatter the thing into 1,000,001 pieces. You certainly wouldn't get the sort of Lexan body that's pretty much bulletproof, as we all know and love today. Okay, so under the skin, we have got a brush motor, but the ESC is LiPo compatible, so we got a LiPo fitted in here. It is just it looks almost like a conventional 6-cell nickel metal hydride. Needs to be perfectly flat. You can have a humpback, anything like that in here. You could go ahead, I guess, and fit a brushless motor in here, but you would need to change the ESC to do that. So something to bear in mind. It doesn't accelerate like an absolute rocket, but it is very, very smooth acceleration and plenty enough power for this car as standard with the brush motor setup. So what really makes this car unique isn't just the fact that it's front wheel drive, as many of us are used to rear wheel drive or four wheel drive cars. It's the fact the steering servo isn't at the front, it's right at the back here. How cool is that, or unusual is that, rather to the point? That I guess helps shift the weight back a little bit and makes the otherwise the thing would just be too nose heavy with the weight. But it's still, the car handles very much like a real front wheel drive road car does. Certainly under braking, the back end goes light, and you can flick the back end round if you turn at high speed, as I show in the on-road demo video of this car. So let's have a little close-up look in here. There we've got our brushed motor in there, all plastic sort of drivetrain and suspension in here. We've got our oil fill shocks on there. Everything you see on here is built up from a kit. We've got our receiver tucked away down on that side, so servo in the center, and our ESC tucked away underneath on there. So all of the electronics on the back third of this car. As I say, this layout will be is new to me and new, I guess, to many of you out there. The Tamiya MO5 Alfa Romeo handles very, very differently from any other RC car I've driven. It's the first front wheel drive RC car I've driven. Not to say that's a bad thing at all. The thing handles very well. Acceleration is super smooth. I should imagine on very slick tarmac this thing would be an absolute hoot to drive. I love that lift off oversteer at higher speed. When you turn in, the back end just flicks around. I do wonder what this would be like with a set of slick drift tyres just on the back. So we may see if we can arrange something on that front. Highly recommend you build or buy a kit at least once in your RC career. Why is that? You learn so much from building a kit, it is untrue. You learn how everything on the car, from the shocks and the suspension, the drivetrain, goes together, and more to the point, if it breaks, you know how to fix it, or certainly how to replace it. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, then please do subscribe.
Well, if you like this video, then please do subscribe. And if you want to buy your RC gear, where I buy mine, buy from F&M Hobbies in New Jersey. Many thanks for watching.